Time of day. We're up and live. Welcome back in for the final time. Oh, great. Forgot my mic. Let's start. Welcome back in for the final time in the fall to Kansas Club Baseball here on the KU Club Baseball YouTube channel. I'm Trevor Butler. I'm joined by AJ Niergarter, and we've got quite a doubleheader here today between Kansas and Oklahoma. It was an offensive shootout between these two schools yesterday. 10-9, Kansas took the victory. As that's called for a strike. And the count is full. Here, the first batter of the first inning, Ethan Gray. Oklahoma won it 10-9 yesterday. Kansas won it 10-9 yesterday. Jayhawks looking to take the series today. We've got a doubleheader, and Jaden Good has himself a punch-out to open things up. His first strikeout of the day. Notched 10 against Pitt State a couple weeks ago in the Kansas Clash of Clubs. Looking to repeat that performance today against the visitors from Norman. First pitch on the way is going to catch the outside corner for strike one. The two-hole hitter, Hayato Saito. Sorry, I'm not going to pronounce that one very well. Missed outside. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way from Good. Is grounded foul right side. First base coach tried to make a play on it. Couldn't quite get there. It's a beautiful day for some baseball here in Topeka, the final day of the fall season for Kansas, as that's in the dirt for ball two.
Beautiful is definitely a way to describe it.
Yeah, you know,
it's nice. It's a nice brisk day.
It's a nice day. It's not a day that I would describe as warm by any means of the word. I believe we are still south of the freezing point, as that's sent back up the middle, a one-out base knock. So OU gets a man aboard here in the top of the first. Business for the Sooners. Two clubs here whose school's football teams took wins yesterday. Kansas winning at home against Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma going on the road to Neyland Stadium, taking down Tennessee. That's called for strike one. Throw down, not in time. Close play at second.
Great throw, great jump. Just beautiful.
Saito just got his foot in there. So runner moves up to scoring position here with one out. OU looking to get on the board first. Tipped foul. It's going to skip off the umpire, it looks like. Lane Nato behind the plate today for Kansas instead of the usual Charlie Marshall. We'll probably see both of them get some work in today. 2 7-inning ball games. 0-2 called, strike three. Strikeout number 2 for Jaden Good. And there's 2 down here in the top of the first. Jaden Good looking for a Trey Savage style performance today, potentially. Yeah. Four-hole hitter Romeo Sweet up now. So that's going to skip through Nato's legs. It's going to roll all the way to the backstop. And Saito's going to move up to third. So first run of the ball game, 90 feet away now for the Sooners. We've got AJ in the booth with me for the first time this year. AJ, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a freshman from Chicagoland area, looking to get into the world of journalism. That one's fouled back left. Counts now 1-1. Yeah, just excited to be here and looking forward to calling both games today.
Is that Kevin Harlan reference?
Yeah.
I'm calling both games.
I'm calling both games. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
1-1 on the way. Is tapped foul. It'll skip off Sweet. Good looking to get out of the inning unscathed. 2 Ks already for the right-hander. 1 and 2. Is sent right side, little flip. Caught for the third out. OU strands a man on third. We're scoreless through the top of the first. Kansas first up's coming up. Back here for the bottom of the first, Kansas looking to strike here in game number 2. This is a Jayhawks team that's had a relatively productive fall season. Of course, we've talked a lot about their struggles last spring, so they're trying to rebuild things a little bit. As Brody Jeffers will lead things off wearing number 27. AJ, you haven't been on yet, but you know who used to wear that number 27?
Who's that?
That would be me.
Really?
Yeah, that was my jersey last year.
How about that?
Fun story there.
Yeah, any reason behind the number choice?
Well, you know, I was an Astros fan growing up, and I started playing baseball, and I was in 3rd or 4th grade. As Jeffers tips it foul, it's 1 and 2. I was an Astros fan, loved Altuve. I was a short king, still am. I was a second baseman, still am when I played slow pitch softballs. That's called in the corner for strike 3. Jeffers goes down looking for the first out of the first. But felt like a natural choice, so wore that. It's kind of become my number in pretty much everything, so
There you go.
got to wear it last year. No digs this year, but that's all right. Got a hat out of it, so that's cool. One down here in the bottom of the first. Eli Wilson will step in and swing at the first pitch. Pushes it foul onto one of the other fields. Just cleared the OU bullpen.
Just dips the back shoulder a little bit too much there. Just keep it more on play.
0-1 now. Is tipped into the glove, strike 2. OU looking to match Kansas's first inning, which the Jayhawks got out of it scoreless. 0-2 on the way to Wilson. Upstairs, skips out of the glove for ball 1. Into the early stages of November. Interestingly enough, this will be the same day that Kansas's fall season ended last year, of course. That was on a bit of a sour note in Louisiana, as the Jayhawks did not make the playoffs. Called on the corner. Paint from Owen Weirs, and there's 2 down. Just caught that corner.
Pitching has been stellar so far.
It has.
5 outs, 5 strikeouts. Nope.
4
Correction.
strikeouts. Close enough.
4 strikeouts. We had 1 line out, but other than that.
So Adam Jordan, the 3-hole hitter today,
Yeah.
donning that number 1. Leaves that upstairs, ball 1. The great Hunter Dickinson once said you need to have a little bit of aura to wear number 1.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Maybe that's all he had. anyways.
Grounded left side on a couple hops. Throw to first on a bounce. And he's off the bag. Tough play over there at first, and Jordan beats the throw. A plus on the aura meter for the 3-hole hitter.
Gotta have aura to wear number 1.
You know it.
Great Hunter Dickinson.
So Jackie Salas will step in now. Hawks get a man aboard here in the bottom of the first. We'll see if Salas can move him along. We'll see if they get Jordan on the move. About a 3-step lead. First pitch did not go around. Yeah, rather chilly November day here in Topeka. Beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, but nonetheless certainly not warm. Runner thinks about taking off. He'll scoot back because that's down low for ball 2. Good block from Ethan Gray behind the plate. 2-0. Is popped up foul out of play. And will land in the grass behind us. Early morning after a late night last night watching Game 7 of the World Series. Holy cow.
11 innings.
What a ball game that was.
Man. Will Smith wins his 6th straight World Series.
Someone named Will Smith.
Someone named Will Smith, I should say.
The Fresh Prince of Chavez Ravine.
Yeah.
As count is 2-2 now.
Dodgers' first repeat champion since 2000. I didn't
Brutal.
realize it had been that long, but it's the Dodgers.
2-2 in the dirt. Jordan takes off. Throw down. Head first slide. Gets in there. Adam Jordan flying into second. As the count runs full 3-2, it's a man in scoring position for the Jayhawks, and he'll quickly take a pretty decent lead, about a quarter of the way down to third. As that's going to be driven left side. It's just going to hang up there, but it's going to be over his head. Jack Salas drives one to the wall. Jordan's going to score. Here comes Salas for third. Throw in, not in time. Jack Salas, a sliding triple. And it puts the Jayhawks on the board here in the first.
That's just great contact. Saw a pitch, got out in front, poked it right over the left fielder's head.
Looked like it was going to hang up there for a little too long, but it drops in and rolls to the wall. Salas showing off the wheels.
Nice 2-out triple there.
So Jacob Bittner's now going to have a chance to extend this lead a little bit. Leaves the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. You know, I wonder if that ball got lodged in the bottom of the wall there.
Normally that would be a ground rule.
It would be a ground rule double.
You don't know.
That's what they're saying.
That we've learned.
Bittner right side, skips off the third baseman. Here comes Salas to score. No throw. Bittner will camp out at first. Jacob Bittner, a rocket off the turf, and it's always tough to make a play off the artificial stuff. It'll take a weird bounce. It'll carry some extra speed, but he'll double up this Kansas lead.
Another 2-out RBI for the Jayhawks. It's going to be crucial today in a nice cold weather game.
So Brennan Tunnel steps in and takes a hearty cut at the first pitch. As that catches the outside corner, Kansas dugout doesn't love it. OU dugout sure does.
Nice spinner low and away. One of the best pitches in the game, in my opinion.
He's been throwing it well. 0-2, tapped foul, and Tunnel will stay alive. Off the light pole in
Right
the
off
Kansas
the center
bullpen.
of it.
You know, whenever I hear that thud noise of a ball going off a pole, I get flashbacks to the 2019 World Series. Howie Kendrick forever ruined my 8th grade year.
You Astros fans, man.
0-2, misses high. So we'll try it again from 1-2. We're looking to get out of the inning. And he'll do just that. Gets Tunnel to wave at it. But the Jayhawks get a pair as we head to the second. 2-0 Kansas score. top two on the way here in Topeka. Kansas with an early lead, and Jaden Good is going to pitch with some run support here. Opening up the second inning as it's grounded left side. This is Owen Weir, the man on the hill today for Oklahoma. Let up a pair in the bottom of the first. Thanks in part to that Jack Usalis 2-out triple. That just missed upstairs. Close pitch on that high outside corner. Yeah, we had quite a ball game last night. I was planning on staying up. I was hoping it would go 18 again. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
Swung through strike two.
Quite the game, that 18 inning.
Oh, man. I think I've told this story before, but I tell people my biggest regret of my high school time was not going to that Astros-Mariners 18-inning playoff game.
Yeah.
Totally should have gone. Swung through strike three. Punch out number 3 for Jaden Good. He's mowing down the OU lineup early.
Just pitching performance so far is as one of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, World Series MVP, winning game 6 and 7.
Highly deserved. Okay, all right. We've got our first
Here we
6-7
go.
reference on the broadcast, everybody. Clearly not a lot of professionalism here on the KU Club Baseball YouTube channel.
Oh, and 1.
So Larson Coker behind 0-1 here. Someone is barking in the Oklahoma dugout. That's a new one. Missed outside.
Oklahoma Bulldogs? Question.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Little rebrand in club baseball.
Potential. Could be.
We'll see.
Call of the corner, strike 2. Jaden Good efficient thus far. One and two just missed low, and we're back to even. It's November 2nd, which means it's officially Christmas time. That is.
What a opinion that is.
AJ says that now, but
So
he did
wrong.
tell me he was listening to Christmas music in the car.
I
as
was
it's grounded
listening to
right
Christmas
side. Throw to first. Max Rosencrantz is there. There's 2 down.
Was listening to Christmas music on the way here. Just things that happen when you wake up and it's 35 degrees outside and you get in your car. And was not expecting there to be any frost on my windshield. And I was
Yeah,
wrong.
that did catch me off. I was walking out to my car and there's frost on the ground. Kind of put me in a good mood, you know? I'm a big Christmas guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Christmas guy. I'm not a big winter guy, so for me, that put me in a bad mood. But we're here now, we're playing baseball.
Winter's really awesome until you get after Christmas, and then it's really bad. It's
Yeah.
the corner for strike 1.
That I can agree with.
Wind picking up here a little bit. That's an absolute nightmare of a sentence if you're from the Midwest and it's cold. Called strike 2. But no, don't worry. I too was listening to some Christmas music on the way here.
Something like some Frank Sinatra Christmas music. It's you.
Popped up foul out of play. You know, I would start talking more about Christmas music, but there is 2 outs, and I've learned through my time calling baseball that if you start a story with 2 outs, the inning will end.
Could be a good thing for the Jayhawks. I'm sure
Could
the
be.
Jayhawks are hoping we start telling a story. Sooners maybe want
We
us
get
to
festive up here.
be quiet.
0-2 grounded left side. Throw to first on a bounce in time. Good sits him down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Jayhawks. talking about Christmas music on the top of the second. I too was listening to one Christmas song on my way out here. Woke up, I was like, I should listen to some Christmas music. Now that Halloween weekend is over and it's officially time to get festive. Chopped back to the mound. Kind of no man's land there. Tough throw in time. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that was a tough play to make by the pitcher, but stayed with it. Stayed composed, the most important part.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Got the close play out at first.
So Lane Nato out digging for first. It was one away. AJ, what's your favorite Christmas song? If you had to pick.
Favorite Christmas song? I'd have to go Santa Claus Coming to Town.
Yeah, fair enough. Little Frank.
Yeah,
Frank Sinatra. You know? Feeling Italian.
Yeah.
I'm partial to Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues. That's a good one.
Okay.
I also really like, this is going to reveal some stuff about me. I'm a big fan of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, but specifically the Phoebe Bridgers version.
Okay.
That's taken outside. Big Phoebe Bridgers fan here, actually. You'd be surprised. My sister likes to make fun of me because I have a pretty similar music taste to her, and she is a 17-year-old girl. I enjoy some Phoebe Bridgers, some Gracie Abrams, things of that nature.
Hey, to each their own. That's all right.
Got clowned for it a little last year, but you know what?
Happens.
I stand by it. Stand by my love of, I don't know, I guess you might call it indie music.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Indie pop, maybe.
Something like that. Nepotism pop. I think Gracie Abrams is supposedly a Nepo baby. That's called on the corner for strike three. Gowitz didn't love it, had to look for the umpire. There's two down.
Painted on the outside. Third base coach for the Jayhawks a couple times. Have to protect the two strikes.
Both pitchers using the corners well in this one so far. Rosencrantz reaches down for one. 6-3 ends the inning. Kansas goes scoreless. We're still at 2-0. Top three on tap for you all. And in the break, we were talking breakfast, talking coffee. AJ, tell him what you were just telling me.
Should I tell him my
I think you
absurd
should.
coffee order?
You should.
I went with the $6 meal deal
Tip fell.
from Dunkin'. And with my iced coffee, I had 6 liquid sugars, 6 creams, and 6 vanilla pumps.
AJ wakes up, goes to Dunkin', says, "Yeah, let me just get a cup of sugar, please. Thank you."
Yeah, it's the things we do, and it's just healthy, no, but it tasted good to me. That's we're gonna roll with it.
Nothing to on the way. foul. We'll try it all again. You know, I'm from Seattle, home of
Starbucks.
Home of Starbucks. You know, wasn't really a coffee drinker at all until the summer after my senior year of high school. I started drinking coffee. I used to do, you know, when I'm home, it'll be coffee with a little bit of creamer, you know, whatever's in the fridge. Sometimes it's like the vanilla stuff. Sometimes my parents get peppermint mocha. That's usually pretty good.
There you go.
I'm a fan of that.
Is that a holiday exclusive?
Holiday
or is
exclusive.
that- yeah.
Holiday exclusive, yeah. But that's a popular one. The Twix one is a popular one in my family too.
Okay.
But ever since I've started my sophomore year, I got a Keurig in my apartment, and I've kind of become a black coffee drinker. You know,
Really?
I discovered the love for a plain Americano this past summer. There's a coffee shop by my house. I'd go get coffee with my lovely mother. We'd go sit and chat and hang out. But we started doing that. That swung through strike 3, punch out number 4. Dominant early from Jaden Good.
It's a great pitch there. It was a little back foot slider to the lefty and got his 4th punch hit of the night. Or the morning, I should say.
Yeah. So this is Eddie Johnson stepping in. E-D-Y, Eddie. First time I've seen that spelling, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I like it. It's different.
But no, as I was,
shortstop too.
yeah. As I was saying, discovered that love for an Americano, and since then I've kind of discovered a love for black coffee. You know,
Yeah. You know, some would call you a psychopath for that.
some have called me a psychopath.
Yeah, you know,
actually,
that doesn't surprise me, but to each their own, like I've said before.
I've gotten called an old man quite a
Yeah.
few times for that.
Yeah.
You know, breakfast champions. I'll get up. I'll make 3 strips of bacon, fry an egg, a little Greek yogurt with some granola, and a black coffee.
Breakfast of champions.
Really gets the engine.
Yeah.
Gets the engine revving for the day. Did not have yogurt this morning though. Just had bacon and an egg and some coffee.
Breakfast of champions.
Breakfast of champions.
My dad also does a black coffee, but he is an old man, so he,
Yeah. Well,
you know, I guess he'd get away with it. But
you know, it's running the football right there. You know. Nothing crazy.
ground and pound.
None of those crazy forward passes. You know, we drink black coffee, we run the football. Grounded right side, tough play. In time to get it.
On the run.
Nice throw there from Adam Jordan. Took him all the way over to third. And there's 2 away, top 3.
Efficient pitching so far from Jaden Good.
Yeah. You know, AJ and I found out last week that Baylor basketball head coach Scott Drew is a big coffee head.
Yeah. Not a big Twitter head, or should I say X head.
He
loves to
tweets a lot.
post, doesn't
Loves to
know.
tweet, doesn't know how to make a thread.
No.
Did have to help him with that. There was a brief period in which I was holding Scott Drew's phone last weekend. So that was fun. I guess it was last week. It was only like Wednesday. Emmett asked me how it's going up here. Emmett, it's going wonderful. I hope you're having a fun time down in the dugout. That swung through for strike 1. The boys watching from the dugout. Always a good time. That runs inside.
Just missed with that back foot slider again. He's played it well so far, but just missed there.
The Sunday after Halloween, pretty lazy day for about 90% of people on college campus, we'll say.
I would have to agree.
Little excuse me swing tapped foul over toward the Oklahoma dugout. AJ, how about you tell us about your Halloween experience?
First Halloween in Lawrence
Yeah.
it was a fun one. It was a good time. Made my visits.
Just outside ball 4, a 2-out walk. Puts the leadoff man Ethan Gray aboard. AJ put quite a bit of effort into his costume, I will say.
I did. You know, Halloween's fun. You get to, dress up a little bit. Nobody gets to say anything because it's Halloween. You get to do what you want. That's what I did. I was the Joker.
He was the Joker. Had the green hair and everything.
Had the green hair. Did the red smile and everything.
I respect it.
Had the purple suit.
Did show up in a purple suit. I got a kick out of that. Throw back. Hello. Little back pick effort to first. Heads up play from Nato, but Gray gets back in time. Slides in. I was Daniel Vogelbach
budget edition.
Yeah, I'd say so. You know,
It's
I
okay.
runner takes off, throw down, up the line. It's gonna run into center field. Gray comes digging for third. He'll be in there heads up. Maybe not. I thought he would have just trotted in there, but he opts for a head first slide. Runner moves from first to third on the errant throw. So 1-1 count here. Good looking to escape and strand a runner on third for the second time in this ball game. Missed outside there. Yeah, I did opt for the budget version of Daniel Vogelbach. Didn't feel like spending $150 on a Mets jersey. Of course, I'm not a Mets fan, so I felt that would be a waste of money.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The batting gloves were a nice touch, I would say.
Yeah.
Might have to.
Spent money on the jersey. Spent about $30 on that jersey. Spent $8 on eye black.
There you go.
And everything else I either already had or borrowed.
Yeah, there you go.
So one of my buddies gave me a blue undershirt, and I wore it with one sleeve on and one sleeve off to get that arm sleeve look, because that's grounded over to short. Throw on a first little high. Rosencrantz extends, and the Sooners again strand a man at third. We head to the bottom of the third. A lot of threes right there. 2-0 Kansas, so not 3, unfortunately. Bottom of the third, a bit of a dramatic moment in between innings.
Yeah.
We lost the Oklahoma lineup. The wind got it.
The wind has certainly picked up since
What a
we first started.
terrible moment right there.
Talked about it earlier, and something finally happened. Lost it, but generous fan.
It was bound to
Brought it
happen.
back
Yeah.
up.
Many thanks there.
Yes.
Supportive club baseball community. Bottom third here. Kansas looking to extend its lead. Already up 2-0 as it's back to the top of the order with Brody Jeffers. Yeah, as I was saying before the break, Daniel Vogelbach, specifically the New York Mets version of Daniel Vogelbach. Bought a Mets jersey off DHgate. Got a buddy from Jersey. He lent me his hat. Very nice there. Batting gloves from when I played slow pitch softball.
Nice. How did your slow pitch softball season
It was
end
okay.
up?
We won one game, but I was playing with my friends. We had a grand old time.
That's what it's all about.
Got cleated at one point. Ended up with a pretty gnarly gash on my leg.
I did see that.
That
I
was a
remember
fun
that,
time.
Yes.
About almost a month ago now, as that's taken down low for ball 2. Yeah, fun Halloween costume there. Had a good time, and then that was on Thursday night, and that was pretty much all I did for Halloween.
That's about all I did. So I visited the various areas around Lawrence on Halloween.
Nice play from Yellow Green. Did you go trick or treating?
I did not.
Oh, unfortunate.
Did not go trick or treating,
Oh.
unfortunately. Just had some fun around town.
Oh, that's cute. Call inside, strike 3, close pitch. Jeffers didn't love it, but there's one away. Let's see if someone can get under something here. 2-hole hitter Eli Wilson now. We'll see if he can drive one. He's got a little pop in that bat as that's popped up. A little too far under it as it's popped up on the infield. And he dropped it. Hello! Wilson's going to go for second. It's going to get away from him. Got a little excited there. Thought he might try to dig for third. But Eli Wilson waving the wheat to the dugout. A 1-out infield double.
Just talking about the wind, that might have played a little bit of a factor there in that infield pop-up just behind the pitcher's mound. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication from the Sooner infield, but nonetheless, not second base with 1 out.
Always something here in the world of club baseball.
It's a fun thing.
So that's called in the outside corner, strike 1. Adam Jordan looking to make the most of this runner in scoring position and tack on another run for the Jayhawks. Grounds one. And throw is in time. Wilson's going to hold up on second. Thought he could have taken off for third there. It was a bit of a slow bouncer on the infield, but 2 away now for Jack Usalis, already with a triple in this ball game. A quarter of the way through the cycle.
That is true.
I'd argue probably the hardest part of the cycle.
Yeah, that is true.
So we'll see if he can get a hold of one. 330 out to left, 320 out to right, so he can put it off Otaka. Instead, he'll drive one back up the middle. That should be deep enough to score a run. Here comes Wilson. No throw, head first slide. Jack Usalis picks up his second RBI of the ball game and makes it 3-0 Kansas.
Another 2-out RBI for the Jayhawks.
Getting it done.
The theme of the game so far for them and their scoring.
Jack Usalis, player of the game so far. Pair of RBIs, 2 for 2 with a triple and a single.
Halfway through.
He is now halfway through the cycle.
Towards the cycle, yeah.
Are we on cycle watch in Topeka?
We shall see.
So Jacob Bittner's got an RBI of his own today. We'll see if he can put one in that gap. There's a decent gap there between left and center. We'll see if he can drive it out to the wall on that McElroy side. He'll try to, but he'll sit it down in left field. A 2-out base knock. Bittner moves up, Usalis moves up 90 feet. There's 2 on with 2 gone for Brendan Tunnel, who struck out his first time up.
Two-strike hitting, maybe not so good, but 2-out hitting has been
Not too shabby.
not too shabby so far. That is correct.
Weir checks the runner. Goes home, and it's in the dirt, ball 1. Now, AJ, you were a pitcher in high school. If you're in a situation like this where a team has just been spectacular in 2-out hitting, how do you navigate that?
Well, I wouldn't say I'd pitch around, and I know a lot of coaches might just say attack the hitter, but I would look. I'm looking outside and just trying to paint that outside corner, get a ground ball here, but don't be afraid to miss a little bit because it's not a great hitter's day. It's definitely a pitcher-friendly day as far as weather, and I'm going to attack, but not too friendly to them.
Tunnel takes upstairs, ball 4, and its bases loaded with 2 away for Lane Nato. Will prompt someone from the Oklahoma dugout to come have a chat with Weir. And continuing to blow out in this case. You can probably hear it. Apologies for the fact that you guys can probably hear the wind on these mics. Still not the greatest in the world. Same stuff we were rocking with last year, so just part of life. Thompson takes strike one on the outside corner. Yeah, real Socrates up here in the booth with me. I am honored. That misses outside, just off that high outside corner.
We're actually back to the windup. Loading the bases. With a 2-out walk.
Pushed the other way, through the gap. Second baseman can't get there. One run's going to score. Here comes a throw home. It's over his head and all the way to the backstop. Everybody's going to move up another 90 feet. 2-run score, 5-0 Kansas. A well-placed seeing eye single through that right-hand gap from Lane Nato. And the errant throw moves everybody up. So it'll be second and third with 2 outs now.
So that's just one of those. Made a good pitch, jammed him, just hit it in an unlucky spot for the defense. It's a tough play to make for the second baseman, just couldn't get there.
So we'll see if Quinn Gowitz can keep moving things along. Swings at the first pitch, but he can't connect. Quinn's a good kid. He's a fellow sports media student with the two of us.
Fellow Jay Schooler.
Taken at the knees, strike 2. Everyone just trying to stay warm here. That's for certain. Bottom of the third. 4 innings to go in this one, and then another 7 to play after that. Time called.
I had a teammate in high school that anytime he'd get down 2 strikes, which unfortunately happened often, always call time.
This time Gowitz leaves it outside for ball 1.
Every single time we go down 0-2, like clockwork.
Really?
Call time,
Interesting.
step out for probably 3 seconds and then step back in.
Huh.
Confused me, but
That's a nice piece of hit, and it'll sit down. Plenty deep enough to score 2. Throw goes to the cutoff man. A 2 RBI single from Quinn Gowitz, and the Hawks are pouring it on here in the third. It's 7-0. Touchdown, Kansas.
very true. That calling for time seemed to work for Gowitz. Didn't really work for my teammate in high school. I have to be honest, but
To each their own.
nonetheless.
Still 2 outs. Runner sits on first. That'll miss outside for ball number 1. This one fouled down the right field line.
Just missed guy warming up in the Oklahoma bullpen. Seems to be the way that the Sooners are going pretty soon.
That'll miss inside on Rosenkrantz. Does look like Weir's day is approaching the end.
Made some good pitches.
Throw back to first is gonna kind of skip away from the first baseman. Gowitz wisely stays put though.
Wind has been absolutely brutal today. We've
Yeah.
said it multiple times.
Yeah. No, we'll have to keep reiterating it. I was telling AJ in the pregame that the toughest series I've called is it's grounded 4-3. And what did I say? I started telling a story in the inning ends. We've played 3, Kansas, a 7-run advantage. The Jayhawks offense high flying early. We go to the 4th. top of the fourth now here in Topeka. And as I joked at the bottom of the third, I had started telling a story, and the inning immediately ended. Naturally.
It's a true thing. And you said it earlier, and of course, came the truth.
Tattooed back up the middle. Decent piece of hitting. It's going to be bobbled. Throw to first. Nice grab from Rosencrantz, I've got to say. Did not beat the runner, but it was a nice play to get up there and bring that in, because that would have sailed out of play.
Like you said, that one was hit pretty hard right back up the middle.
Yeah.
2 hops, just one of those is just almost a hard play to make, just because it comes at you so fast and it gets up on you a little quicker than you think, and then almost rush the throw a little bit. That's baseball.
Sure is. This one's going to be floated out into the outfield. It's going to roll for a while. That's going to be good enough to score a run, I would think. Green light on. Here comes the throw, not in time, and Oklahoma is on the board. And now it is getting windy again. Sooners get on the board with a double to the wall.
First pitch swinging. First pitch crushing.
Thank you, Matt Vasgersian.
It's not as crushed as Shohei Ohtani, but good piece of oppo hitting.
Yeah, not too bad.
First pitch to that bat, ready to swing.
So OU gets on the board and is looking to inflict some more damage here in the top of the fourth. Sooners looking to rally back into this one as Weir waves at that one for strike one. Now, what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted multiple times is that this wind is brutal. I was telling AJ in the pregame, I think the toughest series I did last year was that Creighton series. It wasn't necessarily too competitive. Creighton, very good ball club last year. And I'd say they made quick work of Kansas, but it felt like every one of those games lasted about 4 hours because the wind chill was so brutal. I was bundled up. I was huddled for my life. I was sitting in a flower bed in Omaha, Nebraska. Tapped foul on the screen. You know, the places club baseball will take you.
Omaha, place of cold weather.
I do enjoy Omaha. I'm a big fan. It's a cool city. Cold though. I had to shave my face in a Target bathroom.
Wow.
I walked into a Target.
Quite the sentence.
I bought shaving cream because I had forgotten to shave my face the morning before. Runner holds up at second. Had a little stubble going. Wasn't a fan of the look, so I was like, all right, we're gonna not do that. We weren't going to the hotel until after the games, so I said, okay, I'm gonna shave in this Target bathroom. So I bought a travel size shaving cream, and I shaved my face while wearing a club baseball jersey. And I do remember this was a men's restroom. I do remember a dad walking in with his little daughter into this men's restroom, and I remember the daughter, that's tapped foul. I remember the daughter saying something along the lines of, you know, Dad, why is that guy doing that? And the dad goes, well, some people don't have anywhere else to go. And I thought, oh, okay, this is a new low for me.
That is a once in a blue moon experience. I would say.
Yeah, shaving my face in a Target in Omaha. Bunt laid down back to the mound. Nobody covering first for a moment. Sacrifice placed well. It'll move the runner up to third, but there's 2 down. Yeah, that was an interesting one. That was an interesting one.
That is,
Yeah.
for sure, quite the experience.
For sure.
Some would say unique to maybe just you.
Probably. Well, I'd argue there's probably a few more people that have shaved their faces in a Target bathroom. Maybe not that entire string of events, but you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Swung through strike one right there.
Impressive lead at third. Looking to score on a pass ball.
Yeah, always something. That's what we'll say.
Very true.
Popped up on the infield. Wind could make it tough. It's gonna drop foul. Looked like it could have ended up on the line, but it's fouled anyway.
Just play. Keep saying it.
Yeah.
Quite a factor. You know, it's just gets stuck up on the infield. A few guys come over to make an attempt at it. Everybody looks at themselves. It's just It's tough with that wind.
It's a lot of just hoping it's going to drop foul.
Absolutely.
Good looking to get out of the inning here. Got him on the corner. Nato loves it. He spikes the baseball. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Sooners get one back, but for the third time, they strand a runner on third. Bottom four, Kansas looking to get back the run and surrender to the top of the frame. And it's back to the top of the order with Brody Jeffers. Hawks trying to preserve this one for about 9 more outs. Hitter did go. Pitch all the way to Jeffers. Got him to hack at it. He's behind 1-2. This is by far the loudest I've heard this wind. You know, it's been windy, but these bleachers are just rattling right now. Jeffers goes fishing for it, drop third, strike throw to first, and there's one away.
Weir's still out there dealing.
Yeah, I respect it. You know, he's
Giving up 7 runs. It's impressive.
you know, playing in a doubleheader like this, you don't want to burn too much of your bullpen in the first game because you're gonna have to do it all again in about 20 minutes afterward. That's swung through strike one. Eli Wilson looking to get something going here in the bottom of the fourth. Little jam shot up the middle. That's going to be a tough play for the second baseman. And the throw's not in time.
Rolls into the dugout, it looks like.
Yeah, rolled into the Kansas dugout. Looked like the catcher would be there for backup in time, but he could not quite get to it. And Wilson will take a trot up to second. Just a little cue shot back up the middle.
Another good pitch. Just jam the batter. Right. Real tough play for the second baseman once again. Just couldn't make the throw, and then unfortunately rolls into the dugout.
In the dirt, Wilson holds at second. I should say in the turf.
Brown turf looks like dirt.
Yeah, close enough. Dirt adjacent product.
Yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah. Jayhawks with a prime opportunity to re-add that run they surrendered, and Wilson probably could have taken off there, but decides to be wise. This is the situation where you do want to take off for third. You know the old saying, you don't want to make the first out of the inning or the last out of the inning at third. Second out's okay.
I know it all too well.
Did you make a lot of outs at third? A little too aggressive?
I knew a lot of people who made a lot of outs at third, yes, for sure.
was safe.
Of course.
The intramural
Always.
umpires don't know ball. I got my foot in there. Third base, it was not a force out. Third baseman tagged the bag, and they thought that was good enough. As that's going to be sent high out toward left field, and it's going to get over his head. Tough stretch out in left field. Green light on for Wilson. Throw goes to third. Instead of home, it's going to get away. But Jordan holds up at second, an RBI double. Jordan and Wilson swap spots, and it's 8-1 Kansas.
Hitters count. Just looking to be aggressive.
The Hawks are cruising midway through the second game of a 3-game tilt. Trying to secure a series victory without any worry of a rubber match. Jackie Salas halfway to a cycle. Needs a double and a homer. First pitch just catches that outside part of the plate for strike one. He opts to hold off there, and the count is level. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom 4 here at Topeka on a sunny but certainly chilly Sunday morning. Baseball and coffee to start your day. Popped up, shallow outfield, out into no man's land. It's going to sit down. Tough play. It'll move Jordan up to third. That's a good question. I don't think the weather is warmer than yesterday. Yesterday was chilly, but the wind today has really been making it brutal for everybody.
It's definitely, the wind is definitely affecting us.
Yeah, that's for certain. That just kind of dropped into no man's land there. Jacob Bittner first pitch swinging, but it's fouled out toward the corner. Green light on for the right-hander.
Another first pitch swinging. Got a hold of it just early.
Yeah.
One hops. Foul fence in left field.
So we'll see if he can do it again here. Pickoff attempts. And now they got Usalis in a bit of a pickle here. He's going to get back. Throw to the plate in time. Interesting play right there. They tried to pull off something adjacent to a double steal. Did not work out, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, that one, quite the interesting play. Just couldn't, saw the vision, couldn't execute. A little miscommunication.
I think it would have been smarter if he took off a little earlier. Bittner waves at that one, back pick to first. Not in time. It's close over there at first. I feel like you can't go one game in club baseball without some sort of odd sequence of events. I think that might be this one, as that's popped up. Coming back toward us potentially. Hello. Onto the roof.
Right on the roof of
And
our
over.
little awning here.
Look out below. Glad we've got that over our heads.
You know, when I arrived to the field today, I had some flashbacks to summer ball in my 18U season, trying to figure out where to park, as didn't want to be too close to the field in case of an errant foul ball.
Drop third strike. Couldn't find the ball for a second. Throw down in time, though. Hawks get 1, but nothing more. To the 5th we go, 8-1 Kansas. Top of the fifth here in Topeka. Jaden Good still on the hill for Kansas as he leaves that one outside for ball one to open things up. Oklahoma got on the board in the fourth. Kansas promptly got the run right back in the bottom of the frame. And the Hawks are 9 outs away from taking this final series of the fall. Got one more after this, and that'll be the final game of this fall season for Kansas. A pretty productive one outside of the early exit in the Clash of Clubs, as that's waved at for strike 2.
Nice change up there on the outside, especially against a righty and lefty matchup. As a pitcher myself,
Grounded right side, gobbled up by Rosencrantz before wet.
wow,
You think it's windy?
These bleachers are bad.
Somebody asked, how does this team compare to last year's team? I'd say the Kansas team from last fall is probably the best of those three teams. That team was pretty lethal. Very well could have won Woodward's had they made it into the postseason. It's basically one bad game for that entire fall season for Kansas, and it just happened to be the one that they couldn't afford to have a bad game, and so that happens. That's life.
That's baseball, yeah.
But this team has looked good. This team has won quite a few ball games. The offense has looked pretty good. You know, every once in a while you'll have a game where the offense is slow, like the Kansas State game in the Clash of Clubs. Pretty similar situation to the situation at Woodward's last year, where one bad game is just going to catch you out. But they've looked pretty decent. I'd say they're much better than the team from the spring, though that team did have some bright spots. Unfortunately, a couple of the guys from that squad, Andrew Swearingen and Jackson Pollock, not with the team here in the fall. Jackson, of course, transferring to Park University, play some real ball. Good for him. Very happy. So I'd say this team is definitely pretty decent. It'll be tough in the spring. You know, you're playing in a pretty competitive conference with some pretty good teams. Missouri is usually all right. Nebraska's all right. Creighton was pretty good last year, as was Missouri S&T. As that's popped up into no man's land, then it'll sit down for a one-out double. Throw in not in time. Eddie Johnson sliding in feet first with a one-out base knock.
That one hung up there for a while, I thought.
And it was just
Probably be a game one, but playing a little deeper in left field. Tough play for the shortstop.
yeah, just a tough one, especially with the sun. You're kind of looking up into it. So back to the top of the order with Ethan Gray here. First pitch in the dirt for ball one. And it will be interesting in the spring. As far as I believe, this Kansas team will travel to Lincoln, they'll travel to Columbia, and then they should be welcoming Creighton and welcoming Missouri S&T. No St. Louis in the conference anymore. They departed. I think they might have dropped down to D2 maybe.
No big conference realignment deals.
Nah, that's probably the biggest one, but that's tagged back up the middle. Diving play, not in time. High throw off the dugout wall. It's going to score a run. And it's going to move the runner to third. Thought about looking for a home. A tough throw. Will play a run for Oklahoma. And with one out and a runner on third now, it's 8-2 Jayhawks.
Nice jam shot up the middle. Just out of the reach. Shortstop.
Yeah, it was a pretty brutal spring season for the Jayhawks last year, only winning one game, unfortunately. And the dirt skips away from NATO, but the runner Gray holds up on third. Just north of an hour into this one, top of the fifth in a 7-inning ball game.
It's moved along pretty quick, I would say.
Inside ball two there.
A couple big innings for Kansas.
That's been the real difference maker.
That's all it is. Crooked numbers. Name of the game.
2-0 on the way. Catch Catches the outside corner, strike one. It's interesting. This wind will die down for a little bit, and then it'll just pick right back up.
Blow all of our stuff around. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Brutal.
Day of weather.
Misses low, and it's a hitter's count, 3-1.
This is a good time for the Oklahoma offense to look to put something in the air towards the outfield. Another run on the board.
Missed outside, ball 4. 1 out walk, and it's runners on the corners. For the 3-hole hitter, Andrew Fazio. They took off for third, there for second. That was a perplexing play. Not sure why he did that. Not sure what he's doing there.
I remember that play in 12U. Not sure if it's since, but nonetheless, time was called.
This is not banana ball. You cannot keep running after you get walked. We have standards here in the NCBA. I believe they're calling a balk here, potentially.
That's what I'm seeing.
You don't see that every day either in the NCBA. So they're going to delegate. Charlie Marshall's going to come in here. I do believe the call is a balk as both runners were moved up. So it'll move the runner to second, and it will score another run for Oklahoma. As it's 8-3 now here in the top of the fifth. A 5-run ball game in the fifth. Just accidentally took a screenshot on my phone. That's no good. Always something here in the NCBA, and it looks like they'll stick with good.
He's having a good day so far. Couple bad landing spots that the ball has found, but nonetheless, decent day on the mound for good.
So runner sits on second with 1 away. Jam shot right side, diving stop. Throw not in time, everybody's going to move up.
Another jam shot play that just finds a spot where the defense isn't. And a tough play.
This an Oklahoma team that went 4-8 in the spring. Had a couple pretty big losses. Game Changers telling me they lost a game 30-13.
Wow.
Not exactly sure if that's true. If it is, my goodness.
What a game, if true. Not
So 4-8, definitely, unfortunately, better than this Kansas team, but still a benchmark. NATO able to block that one.
NATO with the 2-piece catcher's mask. I'm a personal fan, rather than the 1-piece.
Throw down, not in time. Nearly a takeout slide there at second.
Back where I'm from in the Chicagoland area, a little closer to the Wisconsin border, it was always a talk of conversation. The pitch finds his own for the first strike, 3-1. It was always a topic of conversation, 1-piece or 2-piece, because in Wisconsin, for high school baseball, there's only 1 piece is allowed.
Really?
Until, I believe, last year, sets ball 4, loads the bases. Yeah, it was. I believe last year they made 2 pieces legal, but it was always legal in Illinois. So it was always something different, being so close to the border where I'm from.
So bases loaded, 1 out, top 5th. Jaden Good looking to escape a jam now. This one's sent out toward right field. It's going to hang up there for a minute and be caught deep enough to score a run. No throw. And it's 8-4. A 3 spot here in the 5th from Oklahoma has them right back in this ballgame.
It's a good hitter swing in that situation, bases loaded.
Yeah, not too bad.
See a pitch, drive it deep enough to score and advance.
Yeah, looking to the spring, I think the Hawks will welcome Creighton, who I think is the early favorite to win this conference. People were pretty high on the Blue Jays. They made a deep run in the conference last year. As it throws out of time, runner moves up to second. OU really running with no holds barred. But Creighton will probably be the team to beat in this Mid-America South region. Grounded back up the middle, tough play. Nice stop from the shortstop, throw in time. Sooners get a trifecta of runs, but leave a couple aboard. 8-4 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, Kansas looking to respond after a challenging top of the frame. We were discussing my newest LinkedIn post in the break. You know, I call myself a LinkedIn warrior. First pitch in the dirt to Brennan Tunnel.
Just before that first pitch, Ethan Gray, senior catcher, bringing in his left fielder, trying to make some defensive adjustments.
That'll just catch the inside at the last second. A lot of movement on the 1-0 pitch.
We are still dealing in this one. Bottom of the 5th.
That'll skip away from Gray. Nice play from Lane Nato. Little catcher-to-catcher action right there. Would not be surprised if Oklahoma is just going to say, all right, we'll run with Weir for the rest of the way. You know, let him throw, essentially punting this game. Not necessarily, because the offense has been able to produce for the Sooners. A 4-run game is not too big of a lead as that misses upstairs to lead off walk to Brennan Tunnel. But it may be a move to say, hey, you know, we've got to play another game. We don't want to burn too much in the bullpen. And I think part of that is the reason that there's nobody up and throwing in the Kansas dugout either, despite the 3-run frame in the top of the 5th. It's always a chess match in situations like this. First pitch swinging, tapped foul the other way. Lane Nato. That'll just miss a little low for ball 1. Already November. Gotta say the semester has flown by. tried for a bare hand play, but it's a nice play by the shortstop. 6-4, or I guess that is just a 6-3 double play.
I believe that would be scored as a 1-6-3.
I guess it would be.
It went off pitcher Owen Weir's fingertips on the mound. Just deflected it towards Johnson on shortstop. So I believe that it would be scored as a 1-6-3.
You don't see that every day, so I guess it would go down as a 1-6-3, but now there's 2 away. And the base is empty for Quinn Gawitz, who takes ball 1 outside. Real momentum-shifting play right there if you're Oklahoma. You know, you put up a big inning in the top of the frame, and now you're able to spin a double play and get out of that early walk.
Definitely negates that leadoff walk from Weirs to just come back, get a ground ball, make a
Little jam shot left side. It's going to be a tough play for the third baseman, but a nice throw ends the inning. Not necessarily a 1-2-3 frame, but the Hawks are held scoreless. 2 innings to play here in this first game of a doubleheader. Top of the 6th, Kansas trying to continue keeping Oklahoma at bay in this one. That's another inning of work for Jaden Good. First pitch catches that outside corner. We came to a rather perplexing conclusion in the middle of the inning, or I guess after the 5th inning. The Oklahoma first base coach, who is currently out of you guys' view on the camera, looks like he's wearing, I don't know, it appears to be a set of fake wrists.
That's what it appears to be.
That is what it appears to be. Like he's got them hung around his neck like it's a necklace or something. A little excuse me shot tapped back to the pitcher, and Jaden Good will take it himself for the first out. Yeah, I'm really perplexed about this. Like
That is something I've never seen before.
I don't know why. I mean, I can't tell if they are. They might be. I might honestly have to text one of the guys. You know, I'm gonna text one of the guys in the dugout, and then we're gonna figure out if this is in fact the case, because I need to know about this.
That is club baseball for you. Towards the dugout. Play made by that first baseman.
So I've texted the team group chat. I'm going to see if we get a response. I need to know if this is the case, because it might not be. Grounded. Fair ball. There's 2 down.
Jake Good has been quick work so far.
And we do have confirmation. We do have confirmation. It is a pair of fake moves.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the story is here. I
It's gotta be
need to
some
figure
sort
it
of
out.
some rally starter.
I would think it would have to be something of that nature.
You'd think.
I've called a lot of club baseball. I've seen a lot of things. Don't think I've seen that before.
That is definitely something new.
Grounded left side, skips out of the glove of the third baseman. Picked not in time. A 2-out little infield single down to the bottom of the order. Yeah,
What a
just.
tough play.
I mean, is it part of a Halloween costume?
It must.
How do you incorporate that into a Halloween costume? That's the
Weekend
question,
of-
though.
Yeah, you know.
I guess we're
I
still
suppose it would still be considered Halloween.
still feeling festive here on a Sunday morning, but I don't know.
That is something.
I don't know. Always something in the world of club baseball. Just what a day. Taken for a strike and it's 0-1 to the leadoff man.
Going back to the game itself, that last
Back to the task at hand here.
that last at bat caught early off the end of the bat.
Runner takes off. Nato's throw not in time, and he's in there sliding with a 2-out steal. Sooners still looking to chip away at this lead, but they're running out of time. Only 4 outs to work with. 1-1 pitch from Good to Gray. Is pulled foul out onto the other field. Good looking for a strikeout, looking to get out of the inning here. Somebody up and throwing now in the Kansas bullpen. I believe whoever it is going to be the Game 2 starter. Maybe not. Grounded right side, gobbled up by Rosencrantz, and he'll step on the bag. Gray with a head-first slide, not in time. To the bottom of the frame we go. 8-4 Jayhawks. New pitcher on the hill for Oklahoma. Romeo Sweet, number 91, moving in from right field. And Alejandro Cantu is going to move out to right field and take over. So a day done for Owen Weir. Sooners call on the bullpen here for the bottom of the 6th as Max Rosencrantz will lead things off for Kansas. The bottom of the order for the Jayhawks. Skips in the dirt, ball 1. Brody Jeffers sitting on deck. That's all Also low for ball 2.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Normally in favor of the pitcher, but I've played with some guys that would rather hit against lefty pitching.
Jordan Alvarez is a big lefty hitter.
Yep. Him, and I was just about to say, in the MLB as well, him, guys like Ernie Clement, big postseason for the Blue Jays.
Thought he was
Couldn't
gonna
get it done, but
Thought he was gonna even that game up last night.
big hack.
Being asked if Kansas owns the state of Oklahoma, I think if the Jayhawks cap this series off, might be able to say yes with football beating Oklahoma State yesterday. Because we're about 3 outs away from finding out if that is in fact the case. Wind picking up again. Count full to the bottom of the order in Max Rosencrantz, who's been a veteran of this team.
Yeah, yesterday. Don't mean to cut you off, but
No, you're good.
yesterday, that Oklahoma State game, I was a little nervous, I will say, in that first quarter.
Called on the corner, strike 3 looking, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, nervous times at the start of that one. I asked Lance Leipold post game. I said, you fall behind early. What's the message to your team on the first couple of drives when you're trailing? He said, thought about being confident. Don't remember his full answer. I've got it on my phone somewhere. Hashtag journalism. Back to the top of the order with Brody Jeffers. He leaves that pitch upstairs for ball number 1. Max Rosencrantz, a real stalwart of this team. He's been here a while, been very successful with this Kansas team. Jeffers drives that one left field, plenty deep, but caught just shy of the track, and there's 2 away. Nice play from the left fielder. That is just put down as Mikey B in this lineup. Normally wearing number 21 today, he's wearing number 4, usually the number of Cody Henderson, who must not be here and must not be playing. Had a bit of a tough day out there in left, but able to rein that one in for the second out of the inning. It'll bring Eli Wilson up.
Yeah, that one hit pretty far, but playing deep makes for an easy play.
Wilson leaving the first pitch downstairs for ball number 1.
Quite the shift here in the outfield. Big gap to left and center.
That's going to hit his bat. Huh. Rule number 1, when that's coming inside, got to drop the bat before anything else. Does not do that there. And it's going to elicit a chuckle from about every person here. 1-1 on the way from Sweet. Down low, and it's ball 2. Xander had said something pretty funny in the chat. I'm not going to repeat that, though. Driven right side, shallow, and over the head of the right fielder. Cantu got plugged in for the inning, and Eli Wilson slides in with a 2-out double. He's just overplayed a little bit in right field. It got over Cantu's head. There's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Kansas looking for an insurance run or 2 here as Adam Jordan steps in. 3-pointer. My goodness, this wind is kicking up once again. Wind blowing out. It's also blowing right to left. That gets through the glove of Gray. And Wilson is in standing up. Moves over to third. 90 feet away from making this a 9-4 Kansas lead in the bottom of the 6th. Sent out towards center, plenty deep, but caught to end the inning. Hawks strand a man at third. To the 7th we go. Kansas 3 outs from capping off the series victory and preventing a rubber match. Top of the 7th, Kansas 3 outs away from taking a series victory here before game number 3. Ryan Takins taking over on the hill, no pun intended. Misses outside with the first pitch, and it's 1-0.
Takins a little wild in warm-ups, but let's see, settles in game.
Again missing outside there. It's 2-0. Kansas looking for their 3 outs so they can wrap up the second game and send us to the third. Misses upstairs, ball number 1. Or I'm sorry, ball number 3. I don't know, I was not locked in there for a second. My goodness. I need to do better. 3-0 pitch on the way. Called in the corner, strike number 1. Three balls, 1 strike, hitter's count on the way to the 2-hole hitter, Saito. And a miss upstairs, leadoff walk puts a man aboard for Oklahoma. Can the Sooners rally here in the 7th and bring this one back even?
Coming into the 7th inning and a new pitcher. If you're Oklahoma, are you aggressive, or after 3 straight balls to start the inning, are you going to be a little more passive?
First pitch just missing outside, ball 1 there.
Just a way of thinking, like we said earlier, a chess match of how would you attack that type of situation.
Runner's going to take off, delayed steal, and now he's in a bit of a pickle here. And they called a balk. Wow, 2 balks in the same game. This is a crew that enjoys the balk.
Don't believe he officially stepped off the mound before.
That may have been it.
I believe he just
So runner moves up to second now. That's popped foul out of play. You know, I don't see a lot of balks, period, let alone 2 in the same game.
both by Kansas.
Both by Kansas, you know. I feel like you almost have to actively be looking for a balk to call a balk. That's going to be a little tapper. Throw to second, not in time. Ball gone away from Tunnel. But the Jayhawks getting out.
Thought they might have had him there. Had the chance, just
Pretty crucial play to get that out while also holding the runner at second.
for sure.
See if the Jayhawks can keep working through this inning now. 1 out, top 7. It's the man on the hill, Romeo Sweet now. First pitch missing outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. It'll jammer back to the screen. Out here briefly. A 1-1 count to Sweet. Top of the 7th. Kansas looking for a pair of outs to get through this one. Little jammer left side. Green light is going to be on. Ball got lost in the long grass. It's going to score a run. Sweet's going to go for second. Throw in. Not in time. RBI double Romeo Sweet. And it's 8-5 Kansas. Here at the top of the frame.
Drippy's hitting, taking that spinner. Just sliding from the right-handed batter's box into the plate, playing pepper with it, poking it the other way. Turns into an RBI double. Gets the Sooners within 3.
That's going to catch the outside part of the zone for strike 1. And that's been a popular spot for pretty much everyone who's pitched in this game to go to. It's just the outside parts of the corner, or outside parts of the zone. takes off, digs for third. He just got his foot in there at the last second. Sweet's gonna find himself sitting crisscross applesauce on third base. Cantu behind 0-2. Challenge here in an 0-2 count is, you know, you don't got a lot of time to keep putting runners on. In theory, if you got aboard, the tying run would come up, but if Cantu goes down here, then opens up a world of trouble for OU. Tipped foul into the glove of Nato, and there's 2 away.
Miscommunication there.
0-2 count, or 2 outs now for Larson Coker. Kansas looking to finish this one up. First pitch on the way. Taken upstairs, ball 1. That'll catch the zone, and we're level.
Going back to that spinner. Start in middle, ending on black.
Working well.
Good pitch so far.
One and one this time, just missing outside. Looked like a pretty similar spot, but who's to say? Here's our camera feed has just gone out. This means that our battery has died. That's cool. Don't end the game right here. Of course. Grounded 6-3 off the bag.
Put the Sooners within 2 runs.
We briefly lost the feed, but we're back. There's a play over at first. Back pick now. Not in time. So it's a runner on first, tying run at the plate here for Oklahoma with 2 outs. Players that have stood out to me this fall. Jaden Good has been excellent on the hill for this Kansas team. He has been lights out. Could be a top arm as we head into the spring. Called strike 1, throw down, not in time. Run moves into scoring position. And Jaden Good has really stuck out. He's been playing great on the hill. Seen a lot of production out of a lot of the guys at the top of the order. Jack Usalis was having a good day today. He's played well. Eli Wilson has stuck out. So a lot of guys at the top of the order. Runner's going to hold up at second as that's swung through for strike 2. A lot of guys at the top of the order. And, of course, you've got some experienced guys towards the bottom. You've got Jacob Bittner in the 5-hole. He's been here. Brennan Tunnel is relatively new to the team. His brother Keelan's been around for a while. So those 2 will be impact players. You've got Max Rosencrantz, who he can shove on the hill. He can play well over at first. So there's a good smattering of new talent and old talent as that swung through strike 3. Oh, goodness me. It was swung through for strike 3. Let's break down how we got here. Wow. It was swung through for strike 3. Everybody kind of just fitted the play. Runner took off into first. Run scored from second. As Kansas was arguing with the umpires. Interesting.
Looked to be
interesting situation here. It's going to score a run, so it's a 1-run ball game. The tying run now sits on first. And it's a 0-0 count. We'll try this again, missed outside ball 1.
Yeah, quite the miscommunication there. The catcher was ready to throw.
I believe Kansas thought the game was over. People started walking out of the dugout. And there was no throw to first as that swung through for strike 1.
I did notice noticed the umpire right away threw his arms out and the safe called, calling that the ball did hit the ground, but everybody gave up. Except
Little flare foul, and it's 1-2.
except the Oklahoma offense. They were props to them.
I guess so. Yeah, wise
Still
play from
running.
Oklahoma here, but Jaden Good definitely will be the ace of this team come springtime. I would think, unless anybody else comes in and really shows out. 1-2 swung through. This time it's corralled. As the age-old saying goes, ball don't lie, and the Jayhawks take game 2, not without a score.